Friday instead.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tom Clark. I'm a Year 10 student and a chairperson of this Clare's Court public speaking team. To my left, I have Fraser White, a Year 9 student who is permanently perfect in his punctuality. And to my right, we have our main speaker, Harry Gowland. It has come to my attention that our main speaker has not turned up yet, so I'll introduce him in his absence. Harry is terminally late, always. In his latest report it reads, English, attainment A, effort C, punctuality F. Maths, attainment C, effort C, punctuality F, minus. And in biology, attainment F, effort F, and punctuality none. To be honest, Harry will be late to his own funeral, which, ladies and gentlemen, I can assure you, if he's not here in a few seconds, will be a lot sooner than you think. Late, according to the no-name encyclopedia on the interweb, called Wikipedia, is an uninhabited volcanic island off the coast of Tonga, an underground rapper from Wolverhampton, and by most popular definition, arriving, occurring, or remaining after the appropriate time. As late as Harry is, he is fully qualified to make a speech about lateness. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Harry Gowland.
Thank you for that excellent introduction, Tom. Or so I will assume. And I apologise for missing the first part of our presentation. I, as Tom may have mentioned, am Harry Gowland, and I am the main speaker for our team. Tom may also have mentioned that I'm the latest person in the known universe, and perhaps some unknown region outside of the universe. Naturally, since he was worried I would show up late to the speech, perished at the thought, he gave me some pointers on how to avoid being late, and I listened. Or at least, I would have listened if I hadn't turned up late to his meeting on how to avoid being late. In any case, he wrote them down for me later on, and I have them here. Step 1, he writes, kill time, a step he found in a magazine called Mother Nature. Leave early and give yourself something to do, like read a chapter in a good book or a magazine. I, being the obviously open-minded person that I am, decided to take Tom up on his good advice, and for our next meeting, I left with time to spare, with the book in tow, read from chapter 1 to chapter 16, and missed the entire meeting as well. Step 2, wear a watch from another magazine in bed called Good Housekeeping. By the way, by this stage I was beginning to question Tom's library choices. Supposedly, wearing a watch is a good way to keep track of time, and feeling the pressure of being late is a good cure for lateness. So again, I attempted to follow Tom's advice. I woke up in the morning, I attempted to put the watch onto my wrist, and after much procrastination, realised that I was wearing the watch upside down. This required me to remove the watch from my wrist, flip it the other way around and put it back on my wrist, which took me about 15 minutes. Then I happily strode off downstairs to have my breakfast, when I noticed that there was no battery in the watch. This required me to remove the watch again, find a screwdriver and insert the battery, and by this time, I am late. Step 3. Put yourself in someone else's shoes. Personally, I found this part to be the most difficult because I recall thinking that if I was in someone else's shoes, I would still be late and potentially turn up in shoes that did not fit. So I suppose that my chronic lateness is incurable. However, is that such a bad thing? Many people agree with my position on lateness. Oscar Wilde, for instance, who said, always late on principle, my principle being that punctuality is the thief of time. Also, knowing that I'm always late means that I'm not one of the people who are always extremely fussy about being on time, like the kind of boss or teacher that someone really dislikes. Furthermore, in the grand scheme of things, isn't being late for the best? For when you think about it, it is always the people who are late, as opposed to the people left waiting, who are the jolliest. And, since life is basically the pursuit of happiness, I am more spiritually fulfilled than the punctual people. Or heaven forbid, the early people. If you're jealous of me, don't be. It can happen for you too. To aid you in your quest for spiritual happiness, I will now give you some pointers that will aid in you running late. Step 1. Procrastinate, procrastinate, procrastinate. You walk up to the door, but wait. The dog needs feeding. Okay, you fed the dog. Now head out the door. No, wait. You've dropped your keys. Pick them up as slowly as possible. Okay, you've picked up your keys. Now head out the door. No, wait. The car won't start. Go around the neighbour's house and get a jump start. Okay, you've got the jump start. Now head out the door. No, wait. And you get the idea. Step 2. Make up impossible excuses. This won't exactly aid towards being late, but it's fun to watch the veins throb on the other person's forehead. Some of my favourite examples are the car won't start in the cold when it's 55 degrees outside. When they protest, continue by saying, there's a little something called the wind chill factor. Then there's an asteroid collided with my engine block. I fed my keys to my pet dog, and so on. You can also mix and match them for interesting results. And step 3, when in doubt, stay completely still. If you can't think of a way to procrastinate, as per step 1, just don't move. Sometimes you can stroke your chin appearing to be deep in thought. I have 200 steps to being late, but I'm going to post the other 197 in my new novel, 200 Reasons Why Lateness Equals Happiness. And so, in summary, it is my opinion that it is better to be late than to be punctual, and I do not feel that this makes me a bad person. Thank you all very much for listening.
I now invite Mr. Blacker to pose his questions, Harry.
Better not be late with it, have I?
That's true.
Thank you for that. You were clearly trying to make sure that everybody else joined in this passion for being late and enjoyed all the techniques.
That was the intention.
Does that mean you were trying to make everybody else late, so if they are, you'll be on time?
It's a very good question, Mr. Black, and I thank you for posing it. I feel that because, as I mentioned in my speech earlier, it's better to be late because people who are left waiting are jollier, which means that in the long run there will probably be one person who will be shortchanged. But when you think about it, this means that the other 5,999,999,999 people will have a better off time. In the end, isn't that what we're looking for? I do hope that this answers your question.
Thank you, Harry. I now hand you over to Fraser White to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Tom. It's my pleasure this evening to give this vote of thanks to Harry. And may I start by thanking Harry for getting here on time? Just. Okay, perhaps his lateness this evening was just for the purpose of illustration, but does have some basis in truth. I, being the early bird for everything, at every lesson 5 minutes early, can confidently say that Harry is just about the latest person I know. You should just see Harry's report compared to mine. Harry's punctuality? Well, there are no words to describe that. But mine is a different matter. Punctuality, excellent. But is punctuality all important? Does it make us less of a person if we are late? Well, clearly it can make us more comical. I had to laugh at the story Harry told about him wearing his watch upside down. Wearing a watch myself every day, I'll put it on upside down once or twice, but I can more than confidently say it does not take me 15 minutes to put it right. B, I was amazed to hear Harry wore a watch at all. And C, I didn't know he could tell the time. In all seriousness, however, I liked how Harry links being late with being happy. I know Harry is always smiling. Is this because he is always late? Has Harry found the key to happiness? Harry mentioned about a quote by Oscar Wilde. I'm always late on principle, my principle being that punctuality is a thief of time. If Oscar Wilde was late on principle, it looks like this is a principle Harry shares. So in closing, ladies and gentlemen, I will leave you with the thoughts of Arlene Nan on the subject of lateness. Just being alive should make you late for everything. In case you've never noticed, the dead are always on time. Thank you, Harry, for showing us that being late isn't the worst thing in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, Harry Gowden.
Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a safe journey home.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now have a break while the judges go away and discuss. So do talk amongst yourselves, and the judges will be late so that the sum of human happiness has been added. There is a vending machine here. If you